Warning, the following contains graphic scenes of Christians displaying their godly love for one another by using childish insults, depictions of assault, and ableist slurs. Viewer discretion advised.
What are these people running from? They're not. They're running to the world's most exciting breakdown of religious mayhem.
When Christians Attack!
I'm your host and favorite bard, Quarak the Bard, and today we're breaking down a post-debate argument between Nurse Ack and Andrew Wilson. Last time on Atheism 101, we analyzed the attempted debate between Nurse Ack and Rachel Wilson, which was tragically cut short when Nurse Ack's husband kept interjecting.
So is that your husband in the background helping you?
I'm cheering her on because I love her, and she's got my authority to be talking to you.
Does she have authority over my husband?
If she's saying dumb shit on the internet, absolutely.
Oh.
If your husband's saying dumb shit like he does there, yeah, my wife can call him out every day, all day. I give her the authority to do that.
Flag on the play. Too many men on the field. 10-yard penalty.
As that dumpster fire died down, Andrew showed up to start another one with Nurse Ack. Will anyone emerge victorious from this train wreck? Let's go to the tail of the tape.
In this corner.
Autocorrect 2.0, aka Nurse Ack, is fresh off her failed debate with Rachel Wilson, where this alleged nurse was roundly ridiculed for allowing her husband to get involved even though it was supposed to be a one-on-one debate. Let's see if she can hide the shame and disappointment in her voice during her bout with Andrew.
And in this corner.
Andrew Wilson, aka Paleo ChristCon, is a regular at the Whatever podcast where he proudly shames women for exercising their right to vote. And during a public debate, he once delivered an anti-trans opening statement so insufferably vile that Matt Dillahunty refused to dignify it with a response.
This guy's not serious and I'm leaving. James, if you want a refund, you let me know.
Well, good day, sir. And I'll cover your refund, Mr. Matt.
He just said he'd cover my refund.
I would cover his refund.
Jackass.
Let's find out if Andrew's misogyny and bigotry will get in the way of his performance today. These two powerhouses of aggressively ignorant Christianity have been trolling atheists and theists alike for ages now. Let's see what happens when they set their sights on each other.
Let's get ready to rumble!
We take you now to the action.
I was wondering if we could just go through a massive series of your incorrigible and incredible lies, like just incredible lies. Do you mind doing that real quick with me?
Andrew, I don't want to fight.
Can we go through all of the lies that you've told tonight? Lie after lie. I have a notepad, and I'd like to go through every lie, and I'll give you timestamps for each one of these times you lied. You want to do that?
I mean, I have no way of verifying that they're lies. Or
That's
not.
why I
Nobody
have
does.
timestamps. So hang on.
Lies.
We have.
No, I mean, I'm not saying.
We have timestamps.
I didn't say. Hold on. I didn't say that people couldn't verify that I said it. I said people can't verify whether they're lies or not.
Yeah, well, let's just start with some of the lies from tonight.
And we're off to a fiery start, folks. Andrew is accusing Nurse Ack of lying, and Nurse Ack responds by saying we can't verify whether the things she says are lies or not. Did she say something so mysterious that none of us can fathom whether it's true or false? Let's find out.
Well, let's just start with some of the lies from tonight. When you said Rachel rage quit, that was a lie, correct? No, you cheated. You cheated in the debate. You literally cheated. You were called out for cheating. Bad faith cheater. And she had an agreement with the moderator. I have the screenshots here. You agreed to those terms and you cheated.
I wasn't in that conversation.
Nope, he sent you separate instructions, told you it was just going to be the three of you.
On this point, Andrew is correct. Last time on When Christians Attack, Rachel left the debate with Nurse Ack when she could literally hear husband Ack feeding his wife Bible verses in the background. Let's go to the replay.
So you have the Holy Spirit and I have the Holy Spirit. You think one thing and I think a different thing. Who's correct?
The one that's not mistreating people and that's bearing fruit.
I can hear him whispering the answers to you. I can hear him whispering the answers to you. You are cheating and you are not good faith.
That's
and
not
you are
cheating.
You are bearing false witness and you are totally dishonest. This is complete bullshit.
So if Nurse Ack claimed that Rachel rage quit after discovering that she was not debating in good faith,
survey said,
the judges rule that as a lie. But what's this?
Here comes a new challenger.
That's right, Andrew's questioning was apparently a little too aggressive, and this mano a mano immediately becomes an Internet Tough Guy Battle Royale.
He sent you separate instructions, told you it was just going to be the three of you.
Instead of talking over it, man. Let her talk.
Shut up, douchebag. Shut up, White Knight. Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, well, come make me, buddy. Come on.
Or what? What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything?
She's not going to fucking stop simping.
I don't know, bro. She's talking to me. All she does is talk about me, bro. Sorry. All she does all day long is talk about Andrew Wilson. Stop crying, dude. Stop crying, bro. Stop crying, bro. Stop crying. Why are you white knighting, bro? Why are you white knighting? What is it? It's going to be Andrew versus 5? Your princess can't take care of herself, White Knight?
Oh my God. Look at you. You're such a whiny baby. All you guys are
your princess can't take care of herself, bro?
Oh, you're hurting my feelings. Shut up, dude.
Or what?
Any debate should be scriptural.
Oh, these are.
We should only
wait. Where's the Holy Spirit? Where's all this Holy Spirit I'm supposed to hear about? You guys are supposed to be so great, so passive. You're supposed to be passive.
We're not even 2 minutes in, and there's already a flag on the play. False start. Too many men on the field. 10-yard penalty. Keep in mind, dear viewer, that this display of behavior is not despite the teachings of the Bible, but because of them. And if you're a theist who's never set foot inside a museum, look no further than this argument for proof that we share a common ancestry with less intelligent apes. As the host of the space, Nurse Ack decided to mute the entire room to at least temporarily halt the shit-flinging. And it is here, dear viewer, that we discover Andrew Wilson's Achilles heel. Muting his mic for whatever reason sends him into a blind rage.
Why did you mute my mic? Wait, I've never muted your mic. Why did you just mute my mic?
Because everybody was talking.
Then you mute their mics. You mute their mics, not my mic. I'm here to talk to you.
I hit mute everyone, and then I unmuted it immediately.
Yeah, great.
Don't you dare remove this man's ability to speak, or there will be hell to pay. Keep that in mind for later, folks. But now, friends, this conversation is about to take a hard left turn and head down some really fucked up territory as these two dunderheads tackle the subject of sexual assault. So I'm giving you this last chance to bail out before the point of no return.
You are not prepared.
And I only promise you that wherever you think this conversation is about to go, you're wrong.
Let's get to some of your other lies, right? Like massive lies that you've been spreading. When did I say it was okay to rape women?
I didn't say
you did,
it was
and the timestamp was at the 3-hour 7-minute mark of your last Cope stream. He's talking about raping, how raping women is okay.
No, I said you made a joke about it.
No, I didn't make a joke about raping women. Can you show me the joke?
Everyone's seen your tweet.
And what does the tweet say?
The tweet says there's all these ugly women out here who think that people want to rape them.
And don't you agree that that's true? That there's a ton of ugly women who think a bunch of men want to rape them. Is that true or false?
That is
true. Okay,
true.
well then, why are you talking shit, dummy, if you agree with me?
Because the implication behind your tweet is that
no, it's not funny. There was nothing amusing about it. Where that came from is all of the ugly women who are always all over Twitter trying to tell other women that men are rapists.
Do you think ugly women don't get raped?
Are you even listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth? You agree with me.
I'm asking you, do ugly women get raped?
Of course. What does that have to do with anything?
Okay, so then what's the point of you saying that? So if there's some ugly women out there, they do have a danger of potentially getting raped.
Do dogs get raped?
Yes.
Okay, and do dogs get raped sometimes by women?
I'm sure.
Then we should raise fucking, or we should pretend that women are just out here raping the dogs, or what?
That's not what you said.
Yeah, that is what I said. What I said is that there's tons of ugly women. There's tons of ugly women out here pretending that there's a bunch of men in the shadows waiting to rape them. That's what the tweet's about. And you know that's what the tweet's about, and you're lying through your fucking teeth when you pretend that that's not what it's about.
it's appropriate for ugly women to also have fear of rape. That doesn't mean that it's
Okay, yeah,
like
you're right. Then
funny to
it's
make fun of their
appropriate, and it's
looks,
appropriate
or that
then for
it's
us to be afraid to give our dogs to women because they might get raped.
Where the hell am I supposed to even go with this? If you gave me until the heat death of the universe to draft a more woefully, aggressively ignorant, misogynistic, condescending, ill-informed discussion between two of the most loathsome, uneducated, immature, self-centered, taint-licking glue sniffers, I don't think I could do it. I'm tempted to be lazy and just reply with that Billy Madison meme, but that would cover pretty much every response I'd have to this entire conversation. I can only think of the Christian audience who waited with bated breath to hear a lively debate and ended up having to slog through nearly 8 hours of this drivel. To them, I say,
May God have mercy on your soul.
It's appropriate then for us to be afraid to give our dogs to women because they might get raped. Does that follow?
it follows that what you said gives feminists ammunition
Good.
to look at Christians like we're
Yeah, we
everything that
are.
they claim
We
we
are.
are that we're
Yeah,
not.
no, they're right. We are. We're diametrically opposed to them. They have a system of evil. We are there to oppose it. We do embrace the patriarchy. We are everything that they hate. What are you talking about?
Does God want to save them, or does he hate them
Yeah,
along
they
with
have an
you?
evil ideology. Their salvation,
Does God want to
sure,
save
what does that have
them?
to do with anything? They should see
Okay,
us. They should see Christianity as the
when you're
enemy of their
reinforcing
ideology.
You know, I have to give Andrew credit here because plenty of Christians try to veil their bigotry with what they call the love of Christ. At least Andrew's honest about it. Christianity is an enemy to secular humanism, feminism, advocates of equality, and humanity in general, as is any religion that worships a God that tortures its own creation. And that's why I'm an anti-theist. We are enemies. And thankfully so, because if I were on a team with someone so petty, boorish, and misogynistic, I'd have to start questioning why someone like that would want to be my ally.
They should see us. They should see Christianity as the
when you're
enemy of their ideology.
reinforcing,
They should see
when
Christianity.
you're re
Stop.
when you're
I'm almost
reinforcing,
done.
no,
Almost
because you're
done.
not
Almost
stopping. You
done.
don't let me finish
I'm
the
almost
sentence.
done. They're well, you've been sitting here talking shit for like 7 hours, lady. Do you think maybe I could get a few of my grievances off my chest? So here's the thing.
You weren't
Yeah,
here.
okay, I'm here right now. 7 hours later of you and your Holy Spirit talking shit about me. Good job on that, by the way, gossip queen. So here we are.
Oh, because
So here we
you
are.
guys never talk shit
Yeah,
about people.
okay. So if I talk shit about you, it's okay for you to do it to me, right, Christian?
Why don't you hold yourself
Answer
to any
my
standard?
question, Christian.
Why don't you hold yourself to
You
any
say I'm
standard,
not a Christian. So why should I be held to any
So are
standard?
you?
Why should I be held to any standard if you make the claim I'm not a
Well, are
Christian
you?
and you make the claim that you are? Yes, but you say I'm not.
See, this is what you get when one of those rules for thee but not for me types of Christian meets one of their own kind. And now, just like every time two Christians collide, it's time to play your favorite game show and mine.
Who's the real Christian?
So if you make
So then why don't you hold yourself to any
if you
standard?
make the claim,
You hold everybody
you're
else
not.
to a standard but
All you're
yourself.
doing is prattling. If you
All you're
make
doing
the
is
claim,
prattling.
Andrew Wilson's not a Christian, right? Then why in the world? And you say you are, and a Christian acts in A, B, C, D way, right? Then you saying that I don't act like a Christian, and then go, why don't you act like a Christian? Makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense. That's actually retarded.
Flag on the play. Ableist slur. 15-yard penalty.
Seriously, when will these kids graduate from middle school and learn some real insults?
It actually makes perfect
How?
sense because you're claiming to be
Yeah, but you're claiming I'm not. And you claim
right
that,
because of your
right, but you claim
behavior.
you are.
And you
But
don't
wait, you claim you
and
are,
you never
right?
try to
But
alter
you
it under
claim
any
that you
circumstance.
are, right?
Correct.
So
I
then
do,
why?
yes.
So then you should be holding yourself to the standard of not talking shit about me for 7 hours, right?
I'm not talking
That's
shit
all
about
you've
you. I'm
done
talking
is talk shit for
no, I'm
7
talking
straight
about the
hours.
way I am talking about your ministry that you make public,
I
and
don't
I'm
have a
talking about
ministry.
how it
I
doesn't
don't have a
rhyme with the
ministry for the
Bible.
300th time.
I don't know your personal life story to be talking shit about you personally. And I've even acknowledged things that people have
You
said
call me a
nice about
lady.
you, and I'm
You
like,
just got done saying that I'm encouraging rape and that we're supposed to capitulate to feminists because we might hurt their feelings. Oh no.
I didn't say you're
Feminists, hang
encouraging
on. I can
rape.
answer to this. Why wouldn't I want feminists to know that Christianity is an enemy to them? Why wouldn't I want them to know that?
Because they're supposed to become Christian.
Yeah, that's right. So they can't be feminists and Christians at the same time, can they, stupid?
Congratulations to Andrew for achieving Adam Sandler movie villain status.
What's the matter with you, boy? You too stupid to do what your coach tells you?
That takes dedication and a cartoonish lack of humanity. Bravo.
Is this you matching energy?
Yeah, this is me matching your energy.
When have I called you stupid?
No, instead what you do is you say Andrew's evil, he's not a Christian, he doesn't have the Holy Spirit, you bear false witness, you do way horrible things than calling me stupid, lady.
Because you do
right. So it's fine.
It's
fine for you to talk shit. I can't say stupid though. Oh, that's crossing the line. Get with reality. And here's the reality. Good. I'm glad that you dumb sewing circle Christians who are feminists see me as some sort of evil patriarch. You are too.
Name one.
All you do is defend.
View that I hold.
All you do is defend. All you do is defend the poor whores that I call whores. That's it.
What's hilarious to me is, Andrew's deliberately bombastic language aside, I've been told by many Christians what I think and what I believe as an atheist. So what happens when two Christians tell each other what they think and believe?
Name a feminist view that I hold.
So you don't believe in the patriarchy, you believe in egalitarianism. Christianity,
no,
yes, you do. Christianity is a patristic faith, and you believe in dual submission. You're a heretic by every stretch of the imagination.
I don't believe that men and women are. I don't believe that men and women are equal in all.
I just said you believe in mutual submission.
Hold on.
You believe in mutual submission. That's feminism.
That's not egalitarianism.
Yes, it is.
Egalitarianism means that men and women are interchangeable, and women can be pastors and things like that.
Feminism means a rejection of the.
I fully concede that men and women have different roles and different levels of authority in certain contexts, and that's not egalitarianism. If I concede that, then I'm by definition not an egalitarian.
They're positively tripping over themselves to prove their anti-feminist credentials when you know what would help this conversation? A little equality, which feminism advocates for. The conversation then moved towards who the real leader is in a relationship and how godly couples should manage their divine, gender-based responsibilities.
Your entire position is that men need to submit to women's concerns. They're very concerned about everything, and so we must submit, and we must do whatever this bizarre-ass servant leadership, which you've already been destroyed multiple times, refused to correct it, even though I showed you, and you pointed out yourself that it was illogical and contradictory.
No, I've never pointed out that servant leadership is illogical. It's perfectly biblical.
Look at 2 hours in our last debate, and you literally said, the reason that it's a contradiction, Andrew, is because you're not using God logic, you're using worldly logic, which makes no sense. The stupidest thing anybody's ever heard, has nothing to do with anything.
So listen to this. Philippians 2:3, do nothing out of selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourself.
Yeah, your Protestant cherry picking has to conform to logic.
Okay,
right?
So,
everything has to conform. Has to conform to logic first.
Whoever would be great among you must be a servant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
but you realize that the contradiction here is that when you say that the person who's the leader is the servant, that you cannot dictate how he serves. And I've told you this 400 times. It's a contradiction. It's yeah.
So
great. You're not the dictator. You're not the dictator of what that means. The leader would be the dictator of what that means, not autocorrect 2.0.
So don't be harsh.
Autocorrect 2.0 is not the dictator of this.
Don't be harsh with your wife. Is that telling her to STF you?
Okay, so we're going to try this again. I just want you to see, I just want to see if this is logical or illogical. Okay, the leader's job is to serve. Can we agree that that's a logical statement? Yes. That is a logical statement. Great. Okay. If it's the leader's job to serve, only the leader can choose how to serve. Is that the only way that can be logical?
No.
Okay, well then that's where you have a contradiction.
That's not a
Can you
contradiction.
show that's literally, if you say that any other way, if you say the servant
Can I
is
explain?
also, hang on, let me finish. You're going to have to do it in a syllogism. I'm so tired of you going, well, I'm just going to cherry pick a Bible verse. Give me a logical syllogism. If you don't know what a syllogism is, give me an actual premise, starting logical premise. Leader means in charge. Servant means not in charge, to obey. If a leader must also serve, but he is the leader, only he could determine how to serve.
Listening to this conversation makes me so glad I'm an atheist, because the whole idea of servant versus leader in a romantic relationship is as archaic to me as blood sacrifice. It's an antiquated, narrow view that belongs in the dustbin of history. So listening to these two squabble about it is like overhearing a countess gossip about a lady of the court displaying her ankles in public. How quaint.
If man is Christ in the relationship, if he acts in an unbiblical way and is asking his wife to submit to him when he's being unbiblical, meaning harsh or not treating her with honor as the weaker vessel, then he is inverting the role and asking her to be Christ and die to herself to facilitate his leadership, which is the opposite of what Christ did.
Yeah, only if he asked her to sin.
No,
That's it.
only if he's
Yes,
behaving
yes.
unbiblically.
No, whatever that means. That's not for you to determine. You can
Okay,
determine sin.
so I can't read.
You can't determine your husband's tone is
So
unbiblical, lady.
so
You
listen,
don't get
I
to make
can't
that
read.
decision.
So I
You don't get
can't
to make that
read.
choice.
I can't read. Husbands, don't be harsh with your wives, but love them. And I can't determine that
Yeah,
someone
it's a
cursing at
subjective
me
standard.
is
It's a
being
subjective
harsh.
standard.
So what
Yeah,
does
but
that even mean then?
yeah, that's a great question. That's a subjective standard.
So
Harsh is going to be different. Hang on, stop. I'm answering your question. Harsh is going to be subjective as a standard for me. It's going to be subjective as a standard to you. It's going to be subjective as a standard to your neighbor. It's going to be a subjective standard.
Holy shit. My inbox gets flooded day after day by Christians claiming that atheists like me can't possibly have a grounding for morality because I need an objective moral law giver, and that's God. But you read the word harsh, and all of a sudden what we think about your objective divine law is subjective? Are you shitting me? Now, Andrew is right, of course. What's harsh for one person may not be so for the next. And that's the point. We all decide what we like or don't like, what we find moral or immoral. It's up to us. Even when Christians are given the objective moral authority from the master of the universe, they still can't decide what the fuck it means. So either God did a sloppy-ass job of passing down his last will and testament, or your supposed holy book was written by misogynistic, backwoods, desert-dwelling hillbillies, and it's all too easy for you to embrace their simple-minded, Neanderthal, knuckle-dragging, superstitious bullshit because a woman being treated equitably is just a bridge too fucking far for your smooth-ass brain. We now return to the patriarchy already in progress.
That's not up to you to determine. That's up to the patriarch to determine, not up to your feelings to determine. Yes, it is. You don't get to look at someone and say, well, according to me and my Holy Spirit, you said something too harsh. Who the fuck are you? You don't get to tell people that. No, stop. Answer my question.
If you say something to your wife that's harsh, you should just not care. This is your big
Answer
marital
my
advice?
question. Who the fuck
This
are
is your marital
you?
advice, Andrew.
Answer my question. Who the fuck are you to tell anybody what's too harsh and what they say? Who the fuck are you to say that to anybody?
Who the fuck are you to decide it's not?
Wow. Enjoy hell, swamp mouth.
That's right. I didn't say it's not. You are.
I'm saying what makes you think that you can decide that it's not harsh, even regardless of if it is or not?
Because as I've tried to explain to you, and it's so frustrating because you just don't understand logic. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. So I'm going to try again. The reason it's got to be up to the patriarch is because if you take two subjective metrics, there has to be a threshold breaker. So if a woman says you're being too harsh and the man says, I don't think I'm being harsh enough, right? Why do we defer to fucking you? Why are you the one deferred to?
You know, if someone tells their partner they're being too harsh and the response is, I'm not being harsh enough, the last thing you need are prayers and a priest. I'd start with couples therapy and maybe a good divorce lawyer, because that type of relationship is, at best, troubled. But that's the atheist advantage. We don't have to consult oracles or use telepathy to look for cryptic clues from the master of the universe. We can put on our big boy and our big girl pants, stop believing in fairy tales, and treat each other as equals. But obviously, some of us would literally rather die than do that. And if you think that poor Nurse Ack was simply defenseless against the relentless onslaught perpetrated by Andrew, consider this. The poor nurse is uniquely disadvantaged, partly because the Bible tells her she's in a default position of inferiority, but mainly because she doesn't know what words mean.
Observe.
No, there's no such thing as common sense. It's a social construction, totally made up.
Oh, okay.
What's common sense? What is it? Can you even give me a descriptor for what common sense is? Without using the word common sense, can you tell me what common sense is? No, you can't. Great. So now that we've established that.
You feel that? That's what honesty feels like.
Sadly, most of what Nurse Ack says doesn't mean anything, mainly because Nurse Ack doesn't know what she's saying. And that's the end of round one, folks. These two titans of terrible theism have the stamina to go for several more hours. Be sure to tune back in for the blow-by-blow commentary right here on Atheism 101. But now it's time to decide who the real Christian was. Based on overall debate performance, petty insults, hypocrisy, stubbornness, misogyny, and complete lack of understanding, self-awareness, and empathy, congratulations, you're both Christians! And what do you win? A lifetime of bitter rivalry with those who believe in the same God as you, while us atheists are free to sleep in on Sundays as you worship the equivalent of an Elden Ring boss. As I mentioned before, this conversation went on for the equivalent of a standard business workday. So I'll be digging through this pile of turds to mine nuggets of gold for you, dear viewer. But for now, I'm exhausted just thinking about how this pointlessly heated debate went on for a full business day, then undoubtedly continued well into the night as the respective participants then had to turn to their spouses and church leaders for guidance and discernment. All in the time it took me to watch the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition trilogy for the 1000th time. And I don't need a god to know that I got the better end of that deal. As always, thanks to my patrons, especially the Deadly Rabbit of Kairbana for his AI artistry, and Dr. Scorpion the Bird for his masterful guitar licks. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and beware of Christians, especially if you are one.
They'll eat each other.
Thanks for watching. This is your favorite bard, Korak the Bard, singing off with...